Hey, this is Mrs. Warren, and if you're watching this, then you were probably absent on, I believe it was October 27th, which was a Friday, and we ended the war. So make sure that you have turned in your Valley Forge HSI work, and we started with our spiral. And if you're not sure about these assignments, please let me know, and I'll make sure that I can explain those to you and get those in before they're too late to turn in. All right, so the topic of our discussion today was ending the American Revolution. This is the Battle of Yorktown, and we'll also be discussing the treaty. The Battle of Yorktown was the last battle of the war, but that doesn't mean it was the official end of the war. It was just the last of the hand-to-hand fighting. The fighting that was over was completely over after Yorktown, but the official legal stop of the war was the Treaty of Paris. All right, so let's talk about location. Right here, right under where the W, the N is approximately right where Jamestown in 1607 was located. So it's kind of serendipitous, as you would say, to think that the battle for the American Revolution for us to become a country was just a hop, skip, and a jump away in Yorktown, Virginia. Yorktown, Virginia is where the British General Cornwallis ended up going. He was expecting some British supplies to come through, some ships coming down from New York. Well, Washington and the French General Rochambeau have found out, and they were coming around this way. We had other sets of troops coming through the Chesapeake Bay. We have the French general blocking the British squadron coming down, and essentially Cornwallis was completely surrounded. We have the French out here in the bay, and we just pummel him night after night with cannons and for quite a long time. Please go to this video up here. This video will explain things and has greater film version of this battle, better than I can explain. Now, Yorktown is a pretty cool place to go. If you go to any of the military sites, the national sites, you're going to find things such as this. I want you, the Yorktown National Park, Military Park, about 2 years ago. And there's a great museum inside. The trenches that they built that was described in the video, the parapets, you can see here they've recreated those, so those are pretty awesome. And of course they've got cannons. And here you go. Well, about 2 years after, or excuse me, sorry, getting ahead of myself. So write these in your notes. The Battle of Yorktown. And remember, this is a video that you can pause. Again, I would love for you to watch this video. You really need to watch that video. I believe this is the Hamilton play, and the only one that you can actually find on YouTube that's the actual play. It's called The World Turned Upside Down. And anyway, go to that video. It's fantastic. Now, 2 years after the last war, the Battle of Yorktown, they finally met in Paris, and they signed a treaty. It gave the United States the right to be free and independent. We returned some land back to Spain, back to Florida, or Florida back to Spain, and the U.S. extended its boundaries. So anytime you have a treaty, it tells you who won, tells you what you can and cannot do, and it also tells you your land boundaries, and that's what that did. Now, the British weren't too kind about this. They didn't think it was very cool, and they didn't want to sit for the painting. So this is a painting of the Treaty of Paris, but it was never finished because the British refused to sit for it. I needed a map, and I didn't get one there. But here's another video that supports the Treaty of Paris, and it might be another Hamilton video as well. All right, that must be the last one, or I'm having issues with my PowerPoint. So let me tell you this while that's fixing itself. This is a acronym that you can use that will help you kind of remember the battles in the order in which they were and what they meant. So what we did, we made little cartoon characters out of this today and accessorized them to give meaning to the battles and how they were fought. So I need a little bit more explanation, personal explanation on that. So, or you can get it from a classmate. There it goes. This LSVY stop. L is for Lexington, Saratoga, Valley Forge, Yorktown, and stop is the signing of the Treaty of Paris. So anyway, this will go in your notebook on page 54 or 56. And again, come see me for this copy of this and or some more explanations on that. If you have any questions, please come see me. I'm always available in the morning and after school or during class. Thanks.